What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by my video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share this video, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop video. If you haven't heard this already, you must be living under a rock. P. Diddy's Miami home and LA home were raided at the same time by federal agents. I mean, Homeland Security was everywhere. They was traveling by air, boat, bus, I don't know, they was everywhere. New York executive law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from Homeland Security in Los Angeles and in Miami. The case has been handled out of Southern District of New York. Reports say this appears to be tied to sex trafficking allegations, which has been against P. Diddy in recent months from different plaintiffs. But I'm thinking if the feds are raiding your house, if this had to be an investigation going on for a long time, they had to build a case. So this probably was going on way before the Cassie allegations. It had to be way before, unless they had some hard evidence, because usually they'll build a case on you and they take years, not months, take years. So during the raid, they had P. Diddy's sons handcuffed on like in the front lawn, just detaining them. And that's messed up that P. Diddy was not at any of his homes. I mean, you know, I guess he's a busy man. You know, he travels. He was on his private jet going to Florida or something. Maybe he was coming back. For him not to be there, somebody must have tipped him off. But if that was the case, allegedly, somebody might have tipped him off. And then after they raided, they said he was at the airport pacing back and forth. Now, if you know your sons are like being handcuffed, I'm sure he knew, seeing on the news, and you pacing back and forth at the airport, you need to go see what's going on with your son. If you ain't got nothing to hide, you like, hey, what's up? You know, come back. Hey, what's going on? Now, I looked at the photos after they did the raid. I don't know what they were looking for, but it looked like they were maybe looking for papers. Maybe because I'm going by what I see on TV. When they do drug busts and drug raids, you know, they knock down walls. They flip mattresses over. It just looked like they just opened drawers. Maybe a couple of chairs were flipped over. They looked in the closet. All the drawers in the closet was open. Bathroom, desk. I didn't see any mattress turned over. I didn't see any beds pulled from the wall. You know, somebody like that. He probably got a secret, you know how people had those secret rooms where it looked like a bookshelf or a door, or it could be like a closet, and you know hit a button and it's a closet in the closet, stuff like that. You know, now they didn't show everything, but they only showed like maybe 4 or 5 pictures. But it looked too neat for me for them to be looking for something. They must be looking for something real particular. Now, you know, there have been multiple allegations and several civil suits against Diddy, including human trafficking, and all of which he has denied. While they was raiding his home, his jet was in the Caribbean. They said that the aircraft was in the ground of Antigua. In my opinion, he better go chill with Russell Simmons. You know, that's how Russell Simmons allegedly escaped all his problems. I'm going to go live in Bali. So he better go talk to Russell and find out what he need to do if he want to escape. Because he ain't really doing that no more. He sold all his shares in Revolt. They said the Revolt was bought by an anonymous buyer. And what if that anonymous buyer is 50 Cent? Because 50 Cent already joked about, you know, when the Cassie case was going on, he joked and said, "Did he might as well just sell me Revolt?" So who knows? I mean, I'm sure if 50 Cent did buy Revolt, he would say something. So after it was raided, Diddy's sons and them, they gathered all their belongings, because I don't know, but I guess after your house gets raided, I guess you don't want to stay in there no more. I don't know if you could stay in there, probably because it's under investigation. But if they didn't find anything, why you can't just go back in there? Somebody in the comments let me know. Maybe they didn't want to stay in there no more since it was all messy. But everybody was saying what was going to happen with Diddy. I mean, you had people coming out that have been doing the same thing. His bodyguard, Jaguar Wright. It's been a couple of people that have been saying the same thing about Diddy for the longest. Then after the Cassie situation, you had like old artists, producers saying stuff. You know, you got people every once in a while, they'll say something about Diddy and his parties and all this other stuff. Now, it's going to be a free fall. Everybody's going to come out, tell their stories of what's going on with Diddy party. Yeah, I was at a party and this happened and this and this and this. I watched Corey Hogan the other day. This rapper named Cocaine, he came out with a story saying that Diddy invited him to a party Allegedly, they was in the limo, opened up an ashtray and it had some ecstasy in it. And he asked them, you want to be like, nah, man, I just smoke weed. Like, okay. Then they went into the house. The dude said he had, 3 floors. One floor had this on it. One floor was this. And the third floor, he said go up to the third floor. He said he looked one room. It was 2 dudes kissing in that room, another room, 2 dudes kissing in that room, allegedly. And he looked at Diddy like, nah, man, I don't roll like that, man. I don't roll like that. And I guess Diddy can tell he wasn't that type of person, allegedly. So he said Diddy dropped him off right away. That was like a trial period. This is to check his temperature, see how he can roll. Now, if he wouldn't be like, oh, ain't no big deal, I ain't doing it. Now, a lot of people keep talking about Diddy parties and stuff like that. It ain't nothing wrong with, if you got people, that's homosexual or whatever, but if it's like everybody in the, and you the only one feeling like you the oddball, it's going to feel awkward to you. You had one person, a neighbor, screaming when they was raiding the house that allegedly Diddy had buses full of underage girls allegedly coming to his house all the time. Who knows if that's true or not, but that's what they were saying. I saw an interview with Reggie White, ex-Death Row Security. He was saying months ago, I would say back in maybe November, maybe a little bit before that, he was like, oh yeah, they're going to raid Diddy's house. It's going to happen. And I don't know if he was talking about because of the Keefe D situation, but he said, oh yeah, they're going to raid it. Then, months later, oh, it didn't happen yet? Oh, okay, give it time. It's going to happen. Now look, did he know something? It's just like an industry thing or something like that, and some people know what's going on? Ex-law enforcement. So he might have people that's, in the law enforcement, so he might know some people, still talk to people, so they might tell him stuff. This might be because the powers that be, I don't know what you want to call them, Illuminati, Secret Society, whatever you want to call them. I think they threw with Diddy. Now I heard, allegedly, Diddy doesn't have the money that everyone thinks he has. And allegedly, Clive Davis and this other dude is the one that's paying for Diddy's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff is not in his name, or a lot of businesses not in his name. He's not worth how much he's worth. Word on the street, allegedly. I gotta keep saying that. So they might be through with him. Now they probably think he's gonna talk. They're really gonna be through with him. I mean, he had something to do, allegedly, with the hit on Tupac. I mean, according to Keefe D, diarrhea of the mouth, he's telling it. And I'm glad he is. But I don't know why it took him so long. Maybe his dumbass, he thought he had a deal and he could talk. But that deal was only for that day in that room. He thought he had immunity, but that was only for that day. So he probably thought that was for forever. Hopefully everyone gets justice. And I heard that maybe in 4 years, Diddy is going to be like an afterthought. In 4 years, let's see, 2028, everyone's going to go down. I mean, this 2024 is the beginning, just like Cat Williams said. Everyone is going to be exposed. If you're doing dirt, so you said something about my black brothers and sisters that's rich as hell. You better make sure you don't have any skeletons in the closet. And if you do, you need to stop adding more. I ain't talking about I'm talking about the famous rich as F black men and women, especially the black men. Bill Cosby. Now you got P. Diddy. So they're going to do everything in their power to make sure you go down. Yeah. They'll give you all the money like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you got 500 million. Yeah. Yeah, 700 million. You got, yeah, okay, yeah. We're going to take it back from you, though. We only give you like 25 years or 30 years to enjoy that. Your kid's not going to get that. We're going to make sure there's not no legacy going on. Michael Jackson, Prince, that going on. Whitney Houston. If you got some type of product, talent that's going to give you generational wealth, oh, they're going to take that from you. And when you're dead, they really going to take it from you. Your family, relatives, you ain't going to keep that money. Everybody that's going to inherit that money, they're going to go too. So y'all think about joining these secret societies and joining these gangs, these cliques in the industry. Yeah, it's all good until they're done with you. Not they're done with Diddy. Like, we're going to move on. We done with you. That's my take on the whole situation. You're going to go down. So everybody need to watch out. I ain't going to even say no name. You know who I'm talking about. The gatekeepers, I should say. All you gatekeeper black men and women that got all this money. You see what they doing, everybody. Or maybe you already know your fate. That's what you signed on the dotted line for. That's what you did the sacrifices for. But once they done with you, all that sacrifices is not going to fly anymore. Anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents. This is ChrisMagma News. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next video.